Hello, Morning Coffee Live. Terrific Tuesday. Have you ever gotten up early and felt like you were living a country song? Oh, hey, Jerry. Hey, Susan. Let me tell you. Today, I feel like I'm living a country song. Stump my toe on the way to the toilet. Oh, put um, something on my toothbrush that wasn't toothpaste. Went in the kitchen to make my coffee, spilled it. And I was checking my messages on my phone, and my phone just flat out went out. I can't activate it. I can't make a call. I can't check my messages. I think I'm living a country song. My dog didn't die. And anyway, just welcome to the show today. I got a good sense of humor because if it could go wrong, it's been wrong this morning. But I am alive, so everything's good. Say, hey, Natalia. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Celeste. Hey, Salute. Hey, Abby. Hey, Mary. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Janice. Hey, Nat Banks. Oh, I love that show, Equipped for Greatness. It's so absolutely good. So today, I'm going to continue my series on EI, emotional intelligence. It's funny. When I just talk, I get more views. But when I teach a serious subject, it generates less views. And I don't know why, because when you have aphasia, this is a serious subject because when you have aphasia, you have an invisible disability. And sometimes people react differently. And so I'm going to try to give you some good thoughts and ideas about what you can do to develop a EI, emotional intelligence, to the highest level and use your self-awareness as the first cornerstone of doing that. So let me get started. So if you think of this, you need to use scenario-based training. Actually, activate the frontal lobe of your brain to use neuroplasticity to build that awareness. So what happens when you do that? Well, you need to do this. If this happens, then what? If this happens, then what? If people roll your eyes at you, then what happens? If people are dismissive to you, what happens? You need to build conditioned response. How do I wish to respond? How do I wish to respond? If this happens, then what happens? I believe the first thing for me, I always try to smile. Always try to smile and take a breath and respond with kindness. I had to work on that because when I was first diagnosed with aphasia, I was greatly offended about the way people treated other people with disabilities. I just need to be honest with you, I was deeply upset because it's hard. It's hard. But you have to determine how you wish to respond. If you build through neuroplasticity in the frontal lobe of your brain over and over, if this happens, this happens. If this happens, I want to respond this way. That will allow you to build intentional intuition. Intentional intuition. If this happens, then I want to do this. Lead with kindness, lead with a smile, lead with understanding. And the way you treat people in response to the way they treat you has a lot to do with you as a person. And when people don't understand, or they do understand and they still do it, that doesn't mean you have to respond in kind. Your perception is your reality. Your perception is your reality. When I first had my stroke, I'm telling you, I would get so mad, and I was visibly upset when people rolled their eyes, when people were dismissive, when people lacked patience. Through a lot of hard work, through scenario-based training. If this happens, then I want to do this. I develop patience, smile, and kindness as my response. It's hard sometimes. I have to be honest with you, it's hard. But I believe if we do that, if you do that, it will be so much better for you, because stress is the killer. And when you get stressed, when you get upset and you have aphasia and you get tense, there's no telling what's about to come out of your mouth because it's all jumbled in this gray world we call aphasia. So it's really important that you build intentional intuition by forcing yourself to do scenario-based training. If this happens, what do I want to do? If this happens, what do I want to do? If this happens, what do I want to do? Because it's really important that you build a conditioned response that you can rely on when you deal with people. So important. I could get into deep in the weeds about this subject because I've studied it so much. studied it so much because neuroplasticity is the way forward for me, for anybody that has aphasia. And you have to study it, research it, and do the work. It's really important. So, how do you do what you need to do to change your perspective? You change the lens of how you see life. You change the lens. Take your rose-colored glasses off and see clearly now. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Old song. So you take the lens, clean it off, look forward with clarity, and see life as something to be enjoyed. Do you want to be perceived as a person who lives according to your moral compass? Direct your moral compass. Direct your moral compass. I think that country song I was talking about affected my ability to talk today. Anyway, so you direct your moral compass by being kind, by being joyful, by smiling, by responding in a way that the person interacting with you doesn't expect you to respond. If you respond with kindness in the midst of them being rude, they will have to take stock of that. Respond with love. Greet everybody you meet with love in your heart, and be grateful for those interactions that you have that are not good, because it will allow you to teach a lesson to somebody else about how you ought to treat people. People will notice, and people will be glad they were around you. So be cognizant of how do you want to be perceived by others. Don't live your life to please other people. Just be cognitive of how you're perceived. Do you want to be known as a kind person? Be kind. Do you want to be known as a loving person? Be loving. Do you want to be known as a genuine person? Be genuine. Do you want to be known as an intentional person? Be intentional. Do you want to be known as an enthusiastic person? Be enthusiastic. Do you want to be known as a passionate person? Be passionate. You can't be perceived by others any way than the way they see you through their eyes. So think about that. I hope you enjoyed this show. Let me say hi. Let me put some comments up. Hey now, Brad. Hey, Janice, how you going? Hey, Chrissy, what's going on? So everybody that tuned in, do me a favor. Share this content. And please, and send some hearts up and some likes up. You don't know when you might have the share something and it make a difference to someone else. So, as I always tell you in closing, you are someone special because you are. Even when you get up and have a day, have a country song, you are someone special. You were designed, destined for greatness. Destined for greatness. And I believe that because God does not sponsor flops. Nope. They didn't do it in my case. They didn't do it in your case. God does not sponsor flops. And you were designed for maximum accomplishment from birth. So have a great day, a blessed day. Always remember that you can make a difference by the way you treat people. Be self-aware, intentional intuition, scenario-based training. If this happens, then what do I want to do? And you can change your response by working this frontal lobe. It's the last to mature in the circuitry of the brain. Another subject for another day. Just work on it. Change the lens. Take the rose-colored glasses off. Get you a good set of clear lens to see life. And you are destined to be something great. Have a good day. Bye.